brass key sits beside my cold tea. It rests on the dented wooden tray. A small red string tied around the ring has turned to a dusty shade of gray. I pick up the metal and turn it around, remembering houses we used to share. The house on Pine Street is long gone today, yet every door opens when I look this way. You locked the front screen while the cold rain was falling. We stood in the hall with our damp coats stalling. I saved every notch on that old yellow door, so I'd hold on to peace when you walked here no more. The kitchen gets quiet as afternoon fades. The clock on the mantel keeps ticking slow. I trace the sharp edges that unlocked our trunk, full of pressed clover and winter snow. We never quite learned how to say a goodbye, so we left all our small things where they lie. The house on Pine Street is long gone today, yet every door opens when I look this way. You locked the front screen while the cold rain was falling. We stood in the hall with our damp coats stalling. I saved every notch on that old yellow door, so I'd hold on to peace when you walked here no more. Some people keep letters or pictures in frames. Some people keep tunes that they play in the dark. I hold a cold piece of carved brass in my palm, and suddenly I am right back in your park. The tea has turned cold on the wooden tray now. I slip the brass key in my pocket to keep. The room becomes still as the shadow grows long, and I dream of your porch as I drift off to sleep. Metal broom scrapes against the concrete walk, just like the sound outside your mama's fence. I sat here listening to the neighborhood talk, and suddenly the years made simple sense. You were 15, wearing that oversized coat, laughing at dreams we didn't know how to write. The coffee pot brews on the stove real slow. I wonder if you still watch the evening snow. stars turn dim and clear, I still save a seat on the bench near the corner store, hoping your laugh comes walking through the door. Time moved fast, but the radio plays our song. I keep the porch light burning all night long. A horn honks twice at the red light down below, sending me back to that summer by the lake. We swore we'd never let the old days go, no matter how many promises we'd break. Your letter from July is tucked inside my desk, faded in blue ink, written in your hand. The radio plays that soft, slow tune we knew. Every quiet hour brings me back to you. You kept the matchbook from Chicago in your pocket for a year, while we drank sweet tea until the stars turned dim and clear. I still save a seat on the bench near the corner store, hoping your laugh comes walking through the door. Time moved fast, but the radio plays our song. I keep the porch light burning all night long. We both got older, built houses made of brick, learned how to watch the second-hand tick-tick. But distance never erased what we used to share. I say a small prayer for you into the evening air. The street goes quiet as the shadows drop down low. I turn off the lamp and fold the blanket neat. If you ever find your way back to this old town, my front door is unlocked on Elmwood Street. Rich cinnamon and pine smoke fill the air and drift into the hallway through the door. Old Arthur sits inside his velvet chair, with twilight casting shadows on the floor. That fragrance brings a vanished afternoon, when she would sing a sweet September tune. He checks the clock upon the parlor wall and strokes the cat that slumbers by his knee. The golden maple leaves begin to fall, rewinding time to how it used to be. She wore a gingham dress with polished shoes and held his hand beside the river bend. They had no silver coins or gold to lose, just simple love that never reached an end. Now 50 winters soften every scene and keep her walking in his memory green. The smell of roasted apples from the stove warms up the kitchen on this chilly night. It takes him back to Miller's shaded grove, where fireflies supplied the only light. He nods his head and smiles at what has been a happy boy of barely 17. A stack of tied-up mail upon the stand holds every gentle line she ever wrote. He traces out her cursive with his hand and sings a phrase from some forgotten note. She wore a gingham dress with polished shoes and held his hand beside the river bend. They had no silver coins or gold to lose, just simple love that never reached an end. Now 50 winters soften every scene and keep her walking in his memory green. He winds the mantel clock and turns the light. The cedar scent remains upon the stair. He bids his sweetheart one last quiet goodnight and knows her spirit lingers in the air. Silence held the parlor like a quiet spell. Tick of the wall clock resting in its shell. Then suddenly a laugh ran through my mind, a sudden golden spark I thought I left behind. I set down my teacup on the wooden tray and watch the quiet room just drift away. The grandfather clock keeps measuring the hour, while memory blooms like a winter blooming flower. The velvet armchairs face the empty hall as amber shadows stretch across the wall. The silver needles drops on black vinyl grooves. A gentle rhythm plays while nobody moves. I trace the dusty frame where we used to stand when summer afternoon was sleeping in our hand. And 30 years fade out without a single sound, replaced by every secret that we never found. The wallpaper faded near the window ledge, where yellow softened on the edge. I remembered how said that love was simple as a pot of tea, just sitting in the quiet, watching clouds go free. A sudden rain begins to tap the glass outside. There is no room in this old house to hide. The memory settles down beside my chair, as real as if you breathed the evening air. The silver needle drops on black vinyl grooves. A gentle rhythm plays while nobody moves. I trace the dusty frame where we used to stand when summer afternoon was sleeping in our hand. And 30 years fade out without a single sound, replaced by every secret that we never found. I pour another cup and leave the door unlocked while evening settles in and all the streets are blocked. The house grows quiet as the record comes to end, and in the gentle dark I welcome back my friend. Where does the blue smoke drift when the fire goes out? I ask the kitchen wall, but it stays quiet now. A teacup sits half full beside an unread page. My mind just wanders off like actors on a stage. I think about the velvet coat you bought in '63 and wonder if you ever stop to think of me. The grandfather clock ticks a little too fast. I try to catch a thought before it turns to past. We left our names in wet cement along the garden drive before the golden autumn winds could sweep the town alive. A silver dime slips from my coat into the armchair fold, and 20 years turn back around to keep the evening cold. I reach to turn the dial up, but hear a distant tune. I remember the mustard rug we bought on sale in town, and how the porch light flickered while the rain came down. My hand moves to the kettle, though I drank my tea at 3. It's strange how habit lingers when there's no one left to see. Did we forget to lock the gate before you walked away? The question sits right here with me to end another day. We left our names in wet cement along the garden drive before the golden autumn winds could sweep the town alive. A silver dime slips from my coat into the armchair fold, and 20 years turn back around to keep the evening cold. I reach to turn the dial up, forgotten corners of the words we couldn't speak. A postcard from the seaside town, a ribbon dyed in red. I live inside the quiet space of things we left unsaid. The teapot cools down slowly on the counterboard. I find your handwritten note inside the desk drawer stored. No answer comes tonight, but still the kettle sings. I close my eyes and listen to the peace memory brings. This heavy oak seat presses firm against the floorboard, a solid place to anchor as the evening closes in. I sit where my father used to rest his working knees and write a little letter to where all my days begin. You were standing by the station in a coat too light for rain, with 30 crumpled dollars and an eagerness to win. Don't be frightened of the quiet evening air. There is warmth enough to meet you everywhere. Before you step into the cold rain, forgive the hasty words your brother spoke beside the train. The girl with yellow ribbons will not stay beyond the fall, so hold her slender fingers just a minute in the hall, for time slow until it flies away for good. You thought that every mistake was the ending of your road. You spent so many hours staring down the gravel lane. If I could reach through 50 years and touch your trembling arm, I'd show you all the sweetness that was hidden in the pain. We built a quiet life out of the dust you left behind, and every tear you cried was never cried in vain. Don't be frightened of the quiet evening air. There is warmth enough to meet you everywhere. Put your wool cap on before you step into the cold rain. Forgive the hasty words your brother spoke beside the train. The girl with yellow ribbons will not stay beyond the fall, so hold her slender fingers just a minute in the hall, for time moves slow until it flies away for good. We made it through the winter storms you feared so much back then. The kettle's on the iron stove, the garden grows again. So take a deeper breath, my boy, and let your worries soften. You don't have to carry all the world so often. You turned out just fine, my younger friend. Fold this small paper where the dark roads end. I am sitting in our chair, waiting at the end. Soft amber light spills across the table where an older gentleman stirs his tea. I set down my napkin, quiet and stable, asking if the empty vinyl chair is free. He nods with a smile, pointing to the window, saying evenings always wash the glass in gold. We sit side by side as the shadows start to grow, trading small stories before the room turns cold. He says he remembers a laughter just like mine, from a summer long ago down by the shore. I tell him I came here to pass a little time, thinking of a gentle face I see no more. A stranger shares his pie while the evening rain pours down. We talk of faded photographs forgotten in a drawer. The heart remembers melodies that never left this town, and missing who you loved becomes a warm and gentle chore. He smiles and wipes his glasses as he bids a soft goodbye, leaving me with comfort underneath the amber sky. He speaks of his wife and the coat she used to wear, yellow wool with buttons made of polished bone. I tell him my father had that same quiet air, reading late at night whenever he was alone. 2 cups of coffee grow lukewarm between us as the jukebox hums a tune from '63. A stranger shares his pie while the evening rain pours down. We talk of faded photographs forgotten in a drawer. The heart remembers melodies that never left this town, and missing who you loved becomes a warm and gentle chore. He smiles and wipes his glasses as he bids a soft goodbye, leaving me with comfort underneath the amber sky. It is strange how 2 people who have never met before can unlock the dusty rooms inside each other's chest. He folds up his receipt and walks toward the wooden door, leaving behind a stillness where my memories can rest. The light copper on the street outside. I finish my coffee and I step into the evening tide. Thank you for listening to A Quiet Heart today. Some stories keep us warm along the way. Yesterday you said the front gate clicks too loud. When the wind comes rushing through the narrow lane, I noticed how the copper kettle shows its age beside a box of matches and a window pane. The kitchen clock still ticks a quarter-minute fast, while neighbors paint their porch a dusty shade of blue. I find myself just listing little things today, and every quiet detail brings me back to you. The milkman leaves 2 bottles on the step. A folded paper rests upon the chair. I watch the sparrows gather in the air. A sweater hangs beside the cellar stairs in shadow dark, while autumn leaves fall gently on the benches in the park. The baker turns his sign around and locks his heavy door, and golden dust is drifting down across the kitchen floor. The world moves on in simple ways I never noticed then, before the shadows stretch across the garden wall again. The tea tin sits half empty on the side porch shelf. Your reading glasses rest beside a paper bag. A green umbrella leans against the coat rack stand, along with 2 long coats of heavy woolen black. The radio plays waltzes from a distant town. The radiator hums its steady winter tune. The shadows on the rug begin to stretch out long beneath the pale white sliver of the afternoon. The baker's cat is sleeping on the sidewalk curb, a penny sitting face up in the driveway gravel grave. These tiny pieces of the afternoon remain, while every fleeting minute slowly slips away. A sweater hangs beside the cellar stairs in shadow dark, while autumn leaves fall gently on the benches in the park. The baker turns his sign around and locks his heavy door, and golden dust is drifting down across the kitchen floor. The world moves on in simple ways I never noticed then, before the shadows stretch across the garden wall again. I turn the heavy brass key in the keyhole slow, and set your reading glasses on the wooden stand. The house grows quiet as the evening street lights glow, takes the remaining light across the land. Knitted wool rubs against my fingers, heavy and scratchy from a winter long ago. A loose red thread where the collar lingers, holding a warmth that I used to know. I pull the fabric close beneath my chin, and suddenly those 60s nights rush back in. The jukebox played a slow ballad, we swayed across the linoleum floor. I felt every stitch as you drew me near, right by the diner's creaking back door. The needle dropped on a spinning record song, your arm wrapped tight while the ice began to thaw. We spun in circles where we felt we both belonged, before time quietly reshaped the life we saw. Now 40 years later, the weave is wearing thin, yet holding this cloth brings the feeling back again. Soft faded cotton and a ribbed cuff seam show every place where your hands used to rest. Faint lavender soap from a forgotten dream, tucked in the pocket on the left side chest. I close my eyes and I hear you laugh, splitting a diner pie straight in half. Years pass away like dust on the shelf. People grow quiet and step into the shade. A man can forget how to comfort himself, but never the promise two young lovers made. I fold the old sweater and set it down light, grateful for memories keeping me warm tonight. The threads may be worn, but the love stays true. Every single stitch still belongs to you. The number 4 glows faintly on the wall, counting down the hours till autumn leaves will fall. I close my eyes and travel 30 years ahead, to a quiet porch where soft old words are said. We will sit in rocking chairs watching redbirds fly at closing of the day. The teapot whistles low upon the stove, bringing back the shadows of the pine tree grove. I will look across the table at your smiling face, finding all our younger days in this gentle place. Someday we will listen to the old brass horn play slow, recalling how we danced beneath the silver moon below, unfolding faded letters that we wrote when we were young, and treasuring each melody that time has softly sung. The grandfather clock will strike a slower chime, measuring the sweetness of our borrowed time. Your hands will hold a pair of reading glass frames as we remember all the long forgotten names. No need to hurry when the twilight starts to grow, with nowhere else on earth we would rather go. I see it all so clearly, though it has not happened yet. A peaceful winter evening that we never will forget. The future holds a cozy room where memories reside, and I will spend those golden years sitting by your side. The clock ticks on towards that distant afternoon, when time slows down beneath a quiet silver moon. I hold this gentle picture deep inside my heart, knowing even years from now we will never part. A scratched silver fountain pen lies by my cup, beside 3 sugar cubes in tea grown cold. I watch the evening shadows slowly rising up, and feel the quiet weight of growing old. I trace the polished cap beneath the gentle moon, and listen to the silence of the room. The record turntable spins without a sound, while golden memories come floating all around. We danced on velvet rugs until the midnight hour, and planted yellow rose seeds by the garden wall. Your voice was sweeter than the summer orange flower. I still can hear the soft way that you called my name across the hall. The winter rain is falling on the window pane tonight, and keeping your warm memory within my steady sight. I turn the little cap between my weary thumb and read another quiet Sunday slips away. I never needed words to know your gentle mind. The sweetest years are those we left behind. The record turntable spins without a sound, while golden memories come floating all around. We danced on velvet rugs until the midnight hour, and planted yellow rose seeds by the garden wall. Your voice was sweeter than the summer orange flower. I still can hear the soft way that you called my name across the hall. The winter rain is falling on the window pane tonight, and keeping your warm memory within my steady sight. Time takes the color from the paper on the wall. It dims the oil lamp that stands inside the entry hall. Yet every note you sang remains forever clear, as if you stood right now beside my rocking chair. I put the pen away inside the wooden tray. The house is silent now, the night has turned to gray. Good night, my dearest friend, until the morning comes. I keep your loving memory inside my quiet heart. The milk truck brakes squeal on the corner pavement, and I instantly think of those summer days. You used to run down the porch steps laughing before the whole world got set in its ways. We had 2 dimes and a pair of sneakers, and all the time that a heart could spend. I hear that iron brake shoe scraping, and wonder how you are doing, my friend. The autumn wind is turning cold, the trees are dropping quiet gold, and every sound along this street brings back the steps of 4 small feet. We shared a wooden porch when afternoon grew deep, and traded foolish secrets that we swore to keep, while radio tunes promised fortunes made of sand. We built our simple future with an open hand. A brass horn honks as a baker passes, rattling crates on his rusty cart. You always prefer the warm cinnamon rolls, while I took the berry tart. Your family moved down to Carolina. The year that the factory closed its gate, I still keep the letter you mailed in July, postmarked 1968. The autumn wind is turning cold. The trees are dropping quiet gold, and every sound along this street brings back the steps of 4 small feet. We shared a wooden porch when afternoon grew deep, and traded foolish secrets that we swore to keep, while radio tunes promised fortunes made of sand. We built our simple future with an open hand. I hear that street life hum its daily line while looking at a photograph of yours and mine. The miles between us never washed away the simple warmth of a childhood day. The milk truck drives away into the light. I write your name down on a card tonight. Save a little seat on the porch for me, just like the way it used to be. Sweet clove and roasted chicory fill the kitchen hall as Old Man Thomas sets the kettle down. He breathes the scent of 50 years ago tonight, before the quiet settled on this town. Her woolen cardigan still hangs behind the door. It catches shadows from the street outside. He touches fabric where her hands used to rest, with nowhere left to run and nowhere left to hide. The radiator hums its familiar winter tune. He winds the little mantel clock that ticks away the June. He keeps the radio tuned to 45, where late night trumpets keep her ghost alive. A silver thimble rests beside his reading chair, while winter rain falls gently through the city air. He turns the faded pages of a binding worn and thin, and smiles to remember where their stories first begin. He remembers how she laughed when autumn leaves fell down along the sidewalk by the grocery store. She bought a bag of apples and a paper cup of tea, and left her brown leather gloves right by the door. He never moved those gloves from where she dropped them then. They sit beside his hat through every spring. The smell of cedar wood and crushed dry thyme brings back the simple joy that life could bring. The kettle starts to whistle softly on the stove. He pours a single cup inside their favorite quiet alcove. He keeps the radio tuned to 45, where late night trumpets keep her ghost alive. A silver thimble rests beside his reading chair, while winter rain falls gently through the city air. He turns the faded pages of a binding worn and thin, and smiles to remember where their stories first begin. The neighborhood has grown so loud with neon lights and cars, yet in his corner room he still can see the same old stars. He doesn't feel alone when evening starts to fall, because her memory brightens up the hallway wall. He turns the lamp down low and closes up the book. He gives those leather gloves one last loving look. The house is quiet now, the kettle's cold and still. He dreams of holding her beyond the grassy hill. Sudden thought cuts through the silent dark. Before the pendulum can strike the hour, it brings the gentle fire of a spark and fills the parlor with a long-lost flower. The steam radiator gives a soft hiss, then settles down into a quiet hum, leaving me alone with memories like this, recalling how our golden years had come. The record arm drops slowly on the plate. A brassy horn begins a sleepy melody. I linger near the hallway standing gate, where shadow plays a haunting trick on me. Rain tapped soft rhythms on vintage glass, while summer twilight turned deep indigo. Two lovers shared bread as trains rolled past, building grand palaces long ago. Now 40 winter storms drift right through, yet every corner holds memories of you. The porcelain tea kettle rests on iron grease, beside two floral saucers saved for tea. I watch the falling leaves find gentle peace, beneath the branches of our maple tree. Your rocking chair stays steady by the wall, draped in the crimson quilt you used to weave. A forgotten ticket stub sits in the drawer from that old theater down on 4th and Main. I trace the ink upon the wooden floor and hear your laugh inside the falling rain. Rain taps soft rhythms on vintage glass while summer twilight turned deep indigo. Two lovers shared bread as trains roll past, building grand palaces long ago. Now 40 winter storms drift right through, yet every corner holds memories of you. The wall clock keeps its steady cadence now. I turn the brass knob on the table lamp. A quiet peace rests softly on my brow as evening mist outside grows cold and damp. I pull the knitted blanket to my chest and close my eyes to let the memory rest. Where did that blue porcelain cup end up after all these years? I sit here staring at the wallpaper with green ivy leaves, thinking about the afternoon you dropped your hat in the creek, and how we laughed until our ribs ached by the fence post. The tea is lukewarm now, but my mind keeps wandering off, following a line of thoughts like ants across the linoleum, trying to remember if you preferred cinnamon or nutmeg, or if we just imagined the sound of rain on the porch roof. My thoughts drift sideways like smoke from a quiet stove, one memory knocking against another in the dark. A postcard from Oregon, a rusty bicycle bell, and suddenly I am standing right beside you again. We folded paper boats and watched them drift down Miller's Creek, while dark pine needles settled softly on our woolen coats. A distant train whistle cut through the damp November breeze, and nobody spoke because the autumn air felt warm enough. You tucked a dry maple leaf deep inside your pocket sleeve, leaving a trace of quiet gold the time could never steal. I wonder if the neighbor's dog still barks at the mailman at noon, or if they paved over that dirt path down to the old orchard. My hand reaches out for a pencil that isn't on the table, and I catch myself humming a melody without any title at all. how a thought begins with a missing button and ends 30 winters ago on a bench outside the pharmacy, where you bought peppermint drops and gave me the bigger half. Your thumb stained purple from picking wild blackberries. My thoughts drift sideways like smoke from a quiet stove, one memory knocking against another in the dark. A postcard from Oregon, a rusty bicycle bell, and suddenly I am standing right beside you again. We folded paper boats and watched them drift down Miller's Creek, while dark pine needles settled softly on our woolen coats. A distant train whistle cut through the damp November breeze, and nobody spoke because the autumn air felt warm enough. You tucked a dry make-believe deep inside your pocket sleeve, leaving a trace of quiet gold that time could never steal. The clock ticks slow, but my mind is moving fast today, jumping from a velvet ribbon to the smell of fresh cedar, asking questions that only the wind could try to answer. I don't need a map when every wrong turn leads to you, just the gentle drift of an afternoon winding down to twilight, where every shadow looks like someone turning around to wave. The sky turns soft gray above the garden shed. I put the teacup back on the wooden tray. Your name stays warm right behind my teeth. I close my eyes and let the past stay near.